A century-long presence in Japan. The story of Koreans in Japan didn't begin recently, it stretches back more than 100 years. During Japan's colonization of Korea, 1910 to 1945, hundreds of thousands of Koreans either migrated or were forcibly brought to the archipelago. Some came seeking work in factories and mines, while others had no choice but to move. What began as a consequence of colonial rule soon turned into a permanent presence. By the end of World War II, many families already had children born in Japan. This is not only a story of migration, but also of a colonial legacy that still shapes lives today. Zainichi, more than immigrants. The word Zainichi refers to Koreans who have lived in Japan for generations. They are not simply newcomers, many are third or even fourth generation, born and raised in Japan. Yet, they live with a unique identity struggle, culturally Japanese in many ways, but not always recognized as citizens. This duality, belonging and not belonging, defines much of their collective experience. Discrimination and social barriers. For decades, Koreans in Japan faced discrimination in everyday life and under the law. For much of the 20th century, they were barred from certain jobs, excluded from some neighborhoods, and discouraged from using Korean names in public. Many were forced to adopt Japanese surnames just to find work or attend school. Although legal restrictions have eased, the weight of that historical prejudice still lingers. The question of nationality. After World War II, Koreans in Japan lost the Japanese citizenship they had been given under the empire. Overnight, they became foreigners in the country where many had built their lives. Today, some choose to naturalize as Japanese, while others hold on to their Korean identity. For many families, the issue goes beyond legal papers. What does it mean to be Korean in Japan, when your children and grandchildren speak Japanese as their first language? North and South divisions within Japan. One unique aspect of this community is that it mirrors the political division of the Korean peninsula. Some organizations align with South Korea, while others, like Chongryan, have ties to North Korea. For decades, these affiliations shaped everyday life, schools, festivals, and even businesses often reflected one side or the other. Today, younger generations are moving away from that rivalry, but the historical scars remain. Schools and cultural identity. Korean communities established their own schools to preserve language, history, and traditions. Students not only learn Japanese, but also Hangul, folk songs, and historical narratives often absent from Japanese textbooks. These schools became sanctuaries of identity, though they also faced political controversies and social stigma. Still, they have played a vital role in keeping cultural memory alive across generations born outside Korea. Work and economic life. From the beginning, many Koreans took jobs that Japanese workers avoided, such as in construction, metalwork, and certain service industries. Pop culture and the Hallyu wave. In the last 2 decades, the Korean wave, Hallyu, has reshaped how Japan views Korea. K-dramas, K-pop, and Korean cuisine have made Korean culture fashionable and admired. This shift has softened long-standing tensions. For younger Zainichi, the popularity of Korean culture offers new freedom. They no longer need to hide their roots, they can embrace them with pride. Success stories and role models. Despite challenges, many Koreans in Japan have become prominent figures in sports, entertainment, and academia. Famous footballers, TV personalities, and writers of Zainichi origin have given visibility to their community, proving that Korean identity can be a strength, not a limitation. These stories inspire younger generations to overcome prejudice and find their own paths. Building the future. Today, the Korean community remains one of the largest foreign groups in Japan, numbering close to 500,000. Their challenge is no longer just integration, it is helping redefine what it means to be Japanese in an increasingly diverse society. Zainichi are no longer seen only as outsiders, they are part of Japan's urban, cultural, and economic fabric. Their story is, in many ways, the story of modern Japan itself, a nation slowly learning to embrace multiculturalism.